We are live.
That it worked.
Welcome to the very second episode of Live in the Raven Roost. We have Lucy Farrell with us tonight. She's from
Hi.
England, but she's living in PEI at the moment, which is pretty cool.
Just like one of our favorite touring destinations.
And probably where I would like to live in the future.
The roads are very nice there.
The winters are terrible.
It's been the longest winter of my life, or it was.
It's still going.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
now the summer is the most beautiful I've ever had.
That's
It's
true.
amazing.
It's actually kind of nuts how nice the summer days are, like how warm it can get there compared
Oh my
to
gosh.
how terrible the winter is. When I lived there, I was like, oh my, I thought Newfoundland winters are bad, but I don't know. PEIs are pretty terrible too.
Yeah?
Yeah,
It's quite
really
long.
bad.
I think, but the change is so quick that it's really
Yeah.
exciting. Whereas in England, like, the spring is very gradual and grey, and
Like
then
And
you kind of forget like when it's happening. But here, like at some point, I think it was like the first of spring, or day that spring changes. I can't remember what it is now. But half the garden was covered in snow, and half the garden was like blooming with tulips. And I was like, oh my goodness, it was so exciting. So I'm loving the change. Seasons.
yeah, here it's like that as well. It's like a lot
Oh,
of.
yeah.
It's like wet snow, and then it's just rain forever, and fog and overcast. It's so terrible.
It's
And then you
snow.
get like one really nice, beautiful day, and then
Yeah.
you get snow again. You're
Nice.
like, what is going on? Like, no, you
Really?
can't just.
Oh my
yes.
gosh.
Like, you can't give me summer and then just take it away. You just give me one day. This is terrible.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
brutal.
Yeah, it's
You
not.
said you got
Winter's
sunburnt
great.
today, though. Did you?
Saturday.
Yeah,
Saturday
I got.
did.
Same.
Yeah.
Saturday for me as well. Yeah. I try not to burn once a year, but I tend to still burn once a year. So I put sunscreen on my face and my neck, but only to a certain point. So now I'm burnt like right here, just in this area
Just
here.
like,
And
yeah.
Do you know
yeah,
what?
and one spot on my knee because I had ripped pants on. So it's really good.
Oh, that you.
It's like,
Well, that is
should have put
great.
some sunscreen right there, but I didn't. So.
No,
It is.
every year I think, oh, I'm going to learn about this, but I always forget the back of my neck.
Yeah.
Anyway, next time.
Yeah, and your hair is
Yeah.
pretty short too, so
I know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
That sucks.
nothing to complain about.
No.
I'm very happy about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the lovely, I love the warm wind here as well, because it's kind of,
Oh, it's beautiful.
it's like, it's kind of tropical because I don't know, it's great.
yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's
Anyway.
pretty humid here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is not like,
Definitely.
it's not nice. I'm complaining a lot. It can be beautiful. Everyone come here in August when you're allowed, if quarantine allows.
There's 2 weeks of grace where it's like, the weather's probably going to
Yeah.
be perfect.
Right.
21 plus and and no rain
Yeah.
for at least 2 weeks
Yeah.
in the middle of August. So
Nice.
kinda great.
How long is the drive from PEI to Newfoundland?
all right, here's some math for you. 1 hour,
Oh.
and then we got
Well, we got 9 hours across the island,
3,
and then
7, 8.
6 hours or 7 hours on the boat,
Yeah.
What?
and then 8 hours to PEI from Cape Breton.
Yeah, it's 4. I think it's 4, and then it's like 2.5 to 3. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a long time.
Seems
whole
long.
day
I've lost
drive.
track.
Yeah, it's a couple days.
I was doing the math, and Kirsten
Oh,
went the
wow.
other direction, and I got really confused. and
Oh,
it's-
sorry. I'm starting from here. Yeah, no, just across the island is
Yeah.
a bit of a trek.
It's a bit of an ordeal.
Yeah.
Like we have 6 hour ferry minimum.
You can take the long ferry sometimes, which is kind of nicer, so you don't have to drive as long on the island. Depends. Like,
Okay.
we usually try to tour out, so we will play shows up until we get to Port Basque, which would then be like the 7-hour ferry. So that would include the 9-hour drive, but you can just do like, what is the short
14.
one? Yeah, but how much driving? Like 3 hours? 2?
Yeah, 3.5. I think 3.5.
Yeah, and then you're on the boat for like 14 hours.
You sleep. You sleep
Yeah,
the
you
whole
can
ferry.
sleep though. But it's really expensive. It's like, I don't even know how much the long one would be.
I think it's the same price.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
We just
Yeah.
never took it because we love driving across Newfoundland.
Yeah, I actually don't mind it.
I
It
kind
depends
of
on the
just
day.
thought. I kind of thought you were just around the corner. I should really look at a map.
I mean,
No.
in terms of Canadian driving, yeah,
It's not bad.
We're like within a full day of travel. So
Isn't
Yeah.
it crazy?
it's pretty crazy to think about because we've been to the west coast of Canada, but we were like, let's drive, and then we did it up in Google Maps, and we were like, let's not drive. Like that's because there's a gap between like the rural Toronto like Ontario
Yeah.
places, like, and then northern Ontario all the way to like Saskatchewan, Winnipeg, and all those places and stuff. It's it's like a day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're driving for an entire day before you hit like another big center. So
I
Yeah.
find it so crazy. Yeah. We drove like one time. I drove from Toronto to PEI then
right,
a couple of years ago. I found like it was just the driving and not hitting anything that was so alien to me. Like for the UK, you're always going through like a
Right.
town or a
Yeah.
village
Yeah.
or this, and it was just kind of the impending, like it was like a straight line all the way across. I was like, God, if we just went that way, we would just go off grid. Like we could just go into the wilderness, and
Yeah.
that was quite like a weird feeling for me, just to
Definitely.
be.
Yeah, because I guess you're
Hey,
in like
just-
almost a new market all the time. You can just go to the next town and play a
Yeah.
show, and you'd be hitting new people. Whereas it's a little bit more difficult to do that
Yeah.
here.
But
Yeah.
it's I guess I've landed in a nice little pocket where it's not too vast. It's just
Yeah.
but it's nice.
PA is beautiful. I don't want to be there.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, that's really interesting. So you've done a lot of Canadian touring, or?
Oh, I haven't done any Canadian touring.
Oh no. Okay.
So my husband is in the East Pointers.
Right.
So not that has anything to do with it really, but he is from Ontario, and the other two
Okay.
boys in the band are from PEI, which is why
Ah,
I have been
okay.
to Ontario and PEI. Like, so we
Gotcha.
drove over and went to their fiddle festival a few times, and that's why we ended up here, because I supported them for they did a festival last year, Harvest Home, and we came because we hadn't had a gig for a year and like people could play here, so we came, and then we just haven't been back yet, so we essentially moved here not by mistake, but like we didn't plan to, we just haven't
Right.
gone back, and now, but I do
you
love
want
it.
to?
So
Yeah. He's like, do you want to?
do you know, I love, like, for me it feels like because obviously there's much less people than I'm used to, but it feels like there's more possibilities because of that somehow. Like everyone you meet is I don't know, this I'm still trying to grasp what it is I mean by that, but like I'm already involved in lots of things that are really exciting to me, and like working at the trail side, and like I don't know, I see, and I've started a choir, and like started doing all these things that it took me a long time to do in the UK.
Right.
I don't know
Right.
quite. I'm not going anywhere with this particularly, but for some reason there seems more possibilities because less people are doing what you want to be doing, maybe.
Yeah, and I think too, like the East Coast are just in general are pretty supportive of each other. Not to say
Yeah.
that England isn't, but you're kind of all in a community. Everyone kind of knows each other and that kind of thing, which is it's kind of a cool aspect of the music
more
scene here. I
we've
think.
traveled,
Yeah.
the more we the more it feels like nothing for us to go to PEI or to go to New Brunswick or Nova Scotia, and just, you know, it's almost like we're going to hang out with friends, and it's like, you
It
know,
almost
it's part of
all
a tour,
it all
but, like,
feels like we didn't really leave in
Yeah.
a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it all feels similar. Or
Nice.
in a good
comfortable,
way, in a
yeah.
community kind of way.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Like the community is much bigger than just the hometown, the home province kind of thing. So it's pretty great. It's
Yeah.
pretty special.
No, I love that. I was always looking for community, I think. Like that.
Yeah.
Like, I always wanted people around and like, come on, but so this is right up my alley, really. Just people dropping in all the time. I'd be like, oh, I learned quite early on that you have to change out your pajamas quite early in the day because people just drop in for coffee. And I'd be like, in my nightie, like, with someone I kind of know's dad that dropped in. I'd be like, oh, hi. Yeah.
hello.
So, just nip up the stairs. Like,
Yeah.
but I love it. So it's, yeah, I like it.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
I feel like people don't do that anymore here. We used to.
If you got a
Newfoundland was like well known for just
popping in.
Yeah, and kitchen parties all the time and just like yeah. But everyone knocks or calls or plans stuff now, I find.
Yeah.
That's nice that they're still doing that over there.
Yeah.
That's why we have to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the older guys actually more, but anyway,
Yeah.
let's get it back.
Your dad would do that.
Yeah, my dad would do that. You're right.
For sure.
You're right.
Cool.
We've lost it in our generation.
Definitely.
But yeah, do you want
You
to
should
play
start
a
doing
tune?
it to other people. Yes.
Oh yeah, we should.
I will.
Yeah.
I was thinking something appropriate would you know, be sent to me, but I'll just play something I know, I guess.
We'll pop you up big screen.
Here we
Okay.
go. Spotlight on you.
Exciting. Okay. I'm just actually going to take these off for a sec. I labor at this, but the love that it is, I could work forever to find. Still, I find that you are as I find that I am, only woken by loss. We could be content to be unchanged, unmeant for the way is so simple to find. But you take my hand and I find that I am ready to dissolve. We are suddenly quiet. Oh, we are suddenly still. You hold the light up, I'll take the reins. You keep your eye on the kill. We are suddenly still. We've looked at each other too long now to see it. Our silence isn't our God, as you seem to find the edges of me and mislay all of my charms. We are suddenly quiet. Oh, we are suddenly still. You hold the light up, I'll take the reins. You keep your eye on the kill. We are suddenly still. Working on this means learning to live and believing whatever we find. But on comes the night and I try to rewrite myself back into your arms. We are suddenly quiet. Oh, we are suddenly still. You hold the light up, I'll take the reins. You keep your eye on the kill. We are suddenly still.
Yay!
Thank you.
Beauty.
Thank you.
That's so pretty.
Oh, thanks so much.
You
What-
have like a really just amazing way of like storytelling and song, and I it's something I'm very jealous of. Like, I don't know, like I feel like concepts are a thing that like we write in concepts, whereas like the actual storytelling is like the part that I want to do, and I can never grasp it.
It's true. We have a couple songs that are stories,
Ish.
but yeah.
The story-ish is more like poetic.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like,
I think it's so interesting what you think your songs are like, because for me, I think I just explore a feeling. Like it's interesting to me that you think it's like a story, because for me it's like it's kind of like a ball, and I kind of every verse I look at it from a different angle or something. I've never
really
described
cool.
it like that
Okay.
before.
no, that's
But you know what I
That's
mean?
cool,
Like,
though.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
and I think sometimes I think, oh God, I need to, because I come from like, and maybe that's what it is, but I started singing folk songs and then ballads a bit, and that's kind of what I've done a bit, and so it must have fed in without really realizing. And you sort of think, it's funny, isn't it, where you get to and like what you think your songs are like. Anyway,
yeah,
'cause,
definitely. And yeah, like the self-reflection on something that you wrote before, that's the other side of it too, is like it's always like a feedback loop, like a negative feedback loop. Like you got to look back on what you've written in the past to kind of I think to analyze who you are as a songwriter, when it's like what you want to do is capture that moment like as it happens, kind of thing, right? So at least that's the way I feel sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, we have songs all over the place. Like some of them are more poetic, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
how do you write songs together?
Yeah, so yeah, we do sort of. I mean, our first EP, Jordan had a few songs that he had written before we were a band, so I just kind of added my harmony and that kind of thing. But then, we did co-write like, 3?
Yeah.
I think Misty.
We're gonna do that one now, obviously.
Oh,
that'll be the one that we
we'll
do.
do that one now.
Brilliant segue.
Yeah,
Thank
but yeah,
Smooth.
we did, and then we did a whole lot of co-writing. I mean, lately it's just been like our 2 full-length albums were full of co-writes.
Yeah.
So it was us and other people.
So I heard your song the other night. Is it going to be the Andrew Waite sang?
Yes, it's gonna be on the new record. Gonna be
yeah.
on our upcoming record. Yeah.
It's a great song.
Oh,
Thank you.
What's
Love
it
You the
called?
Best.
Love You the Best.
Yeah.
I love that. I just love that idea. It was like so simple, and I love how you went like anyway from what Andrew said. So I saw Andrew perform at the Trailside where I work,
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and I think I texted you guys because I was like, he mentioned quote the Waven, the Waven. I assumed just
The way-
quote the Waven. Anyway, I got very excited and texted you. But yeah, he said that you just said, "Hey, I want to write this song. I've got this line, like, love you the best." He was like, "Okay." And he's just come out of that saying, "I always write miserable songs" or something, and you'd suggested this. He was like, "All right." So, but I love that idea of just going, "I've got this."
Yeah.
And I think it shows it's so brave, isn't it, to co-write, like, and go, here are my ideas, just out here.
Yeah.
Shatter them if you like.
Like,
It changed them. Completely change it.
That's the
And
hard part.
And it is
that's
quite
the-
a skill, isn't it? Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, I don't do that. I usually edit or
Keep your ideas to
use
yourself.
someone's idea to like elaborate on their idea. I've never been the one to be like, here's my things.
It's
you know what?
necessary.
I
Yeah.
haven't done
I
it.
kind of started off at actually not that you're starting off, but I just mean what you're saying reminds me of me, because I was in a duo with my friend Johnny Kearney for a long time, and he was the songwriter, and I did harmonies and did some fiddle and like would do that, and it was a big deal for me to then start. I remember a horrible day when we tried to write a song together. It was horrible. But then I slowly started. But it's hard to identify your ideas when you're with somebody who's okay with writing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to go,
Yeah.
oh, this is to be brave enough to do that. It's quite, anyway, takes a while.
I think it's a
for
skill
sure.
also to like get people out of that.
Yeah.
You know,
well, I
like-
find writing with other people has helped too, because yeah, you're right. Like most of the songs that we wrote in the beginning were more led by Jordan, which was fine for me, and that was kind of like our style. Became the style of our music, which I liked. So it was fine. But yeah, when you co-write with other people, like yeah, you learn different ways to write, or like someone else might be the one that's really driving the song, but it still might fit our band really well, and they still might want us to sing it in the end. So it is really interesting to write with other people. But I hope that I get more confident about it. Some days I do very well. Some days I am like, I just wrote half that song. That's awesome. But more so than not, I'm like just the editor, just poking at the song as it goes.
Yeah.
But
I just envision her having like thousands of notebooks, and I know this is
it's not
case.
true.
It's like I don't have
Not
thousands of notebooks either, but like I just envision her just being like, here's the next 4 records, and you know, like.
See, that's a stressful thing as well. I think I have found that where people are like, Lucy's probably got songs. And I'm like, I haven't got any songs.
There's no real
like, and you're
pressure, though.
panicking. I know there's no
Yeah.
real pressure, but
Right.
even that hint, you kind of go, I don't. And then you're like, what am I
it's the
doing?
worst in a co-write when someone looks at you and they're like, yeah, what are you thinking? And I'm like, nothing. I'm thinking nothing. There's absolutely nothing in my brain now. Nothing. Yeah, I feel pressure easily, which is unfortunate.
Oh, yeah.
Even
No.
when there's probably nothing there. It's like, that's how I
completely
feel.
get it.
Yeah.
But also, I do feel like you're going to write the next 4 albums of songs. Not to put any more pressure.
Okay. Hold on, I'll get all my books, all my notes out. See what I got. I almost
Anyway,
feel
I'll
like,
let you
should we
sing
play
a song.
Love You the Best now, or should we play...
I know, I'm torn. Let's do both.
Did we do Love
Over
You
the
the
course
Best
of-
last time?
I think so.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Oh, we still could.
Yeah.
I completely obliterated your lovely segue there by just...
No, my
it's
goodness,
still-
no.
It's
That's a great segue to another... It doesn't matter. It's great.
It's the one.
I'd
it's
love
one
to
of the
hear
songs.
you guys do Love You
Yeah?
the Best as well.
Okay.
Just do both.
Well, then we
I
shall.
love that.
Okay,
We'll do it.
we're gonna do that now.
Love You the Best? Yeah.
Okay,
I
well
think
I have to tune. So can you distract everybody while I tune up?
Sure can.
Sweet, thanks.
I don't know what about. Do you have any shows coming up, Lucy, or anything?
Oh, also, I've just went over to the comments here, and there's Joseph's here. Hi, Joseph.
Hello, Joseph.
Hello, Joseph.
And Adam, who I don't know. Hi, Adam.
Adam Baxter. is a
Adam
good friend of
Baxter.
ours
Yep.
from
Yeah.
Newfoundland.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's been
And
there
Maureen?
since the beginning, since the start of our career. I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Maureen Trainer. Hi, Maureen. She's on
Maureen
PEI.
from PEI.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great. I saw her the other day at
Oh.
Trailside. Yeah.
Like
Brilliant
such a
songs.
huge supporter of the music industry.
Mhm.
Like it's just
She's
she's amazing.
so great.
Yeah. Great. She's telling you to get back to PEI, which I second.
Oh.
So.
I so badly want to.
I was like, we don't have anything in PEI. Do we?
Do we have right now?
Keep an eye on the fall. We're gonna try and do
Yeah,
something.
we're trying. We have a few things lined up for like October. So, within the East Coast provinces. So, hopefully PEI. It has to be a stop. It just is.
Yes.
Always. It just has to be.
Just gotta find a play trail side or something.
Mhm.
To let us. All right, we're gonna go full screen
And do Love You
Okay.
the Best.
and do Love You the Best. Oh, I'm gonna put up the banners for us. We didn't do that last year.
Okay.
There you go.
There's our website.
If you want to check out our website, yeah. So as Andrew was talking about at the Trailside show, I kind of woke up one morning when we were staying in PEI, and I had this idea of like when you really love somebody, you know, like the word love gets tossed around a lot. It seems like, you know, you say it all the time, and it just, the idea of like love you the best and not just better, you know, like love you more than anything in the world. That just kind of came to my head one day, and while we were there, and then we brought it to Andrew and kind of worked it out, and I just hope I remember the chords.
I think we really only played it last week. So hopefully it's okay.
Let's turn on some reverb. See what
Okay.
happens. Here we go.
Getting right fancy, Jordan.
opened up when I was guarded. You were the spark to light the fire in my chest. My heart had hardened. You lifted every burden when you said, I wanna love you the best, not just better. 'Cause I think this love could stand the test of time. I wanna love you the best in changing weather. Or to forfeit all this love would be a crime. You're my life, my validation. There's an art to how we go about this life. So have no reservations, 'cause I will be the one to pay you starry nights and love you the best, not just better. 'Cause I think this love could stand the test of time. I wanna love you the best in changing weather. Or to forfeit all this love would be a crime. I don't claim to have a perfect reputation. I'm just asking, can we take this from the start? I understand your hesitation. I'll fight your fears to heal your broken heart. And love you the best, not just better. 'Cause I think this love could stand the test of time. I wanna love you the best, not just better. Or to forfeit all this love would be a crime. I wanna love you the best in changing weather. Or to forfeit all this love would be a crime. I wanna love you the best.
Oh, that's so nice. So nice hearing a different version of it as well. I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he definitely sings it, I think, a little bit different, which is awesome. It's
Yeah.
that's kind of the nice thing. There's another song that we have, Dead Man's Pond, that we wrote with
Right.
Keith Mullins from Nova Scotia, and he recorded it as well. And it's so interesting to listen to both versions. It's very similar, but also very, very different. And you're just kind of like, this is great. It's like two different, completely
Yeah,
different
it's
songs.
cool.
It's awesome.
Like it's totally
Yeah.
different as well because there's two of you singing it, so it
Right.
gives that extra like I don't know, two different perspectives, whereas his was all.
Right.
Oh, him.
Anyway, yeah,
true.
it's great.
I never think
Thanks.
that's something
That'll
else.
be on our upcoming record, which will be out, I don't know when. Soon, hopefully.
Have
Such
you
a
had to
weird
delay
thing.
it or? Yeah.
Yeah, we were gonna release it
Last
like August, I think, and I don't know. We just kind of wanted to be able to tour it a little bit because it seemed
Yeah.
not like a waste. It's not, obviously, like people still hear it, and we really want to get the album out to people to hear, but it's just not the same when you can't play a live show. So
I think like for us, like live performance it's kind of what we based our career around. Like we've had some cool opportunities outside of live performance, but it's like, going on tour and like, promoting a record is kind of the approach that we've had the last few years. And
Yeah.
like when we really started to tour, that was it. It was like promoting the new album, and then so
That's it. I have the same really. Like you need a a new album and then he can do another tour and like
Mm-hmm.
actually it's probably quite old school now, like to
It
be
is.
thinking
Yeah, I
that
think
way.
it is.
It's
Yeah.
a singles market and stuff.
I
and-
have the same thing. I'm like, well, we'll wait. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we released 2 singles and we're going to release another one now. So,
We just talked about that today.
yeah, we just talked about it. I mean, we did talk about it today, but we haven't talked about it
That's
for a
true.
while. It's
Yeah.
just we haven't actually put that plan in place,
Yeah.
but we're going
Yeah.
to in the next little while. But I mean, yeah, it's definitely a singles market, but there's still people that, you know, love the live shows and we just really just want to be able to
And-
do that.
I think for us too,
Yeah.
like this record specifically, like we really went hardcore into like sonics, like how this record sounds. Like, you know, we got upright bass and we have like, you know, like Chris Kirby, our producer in Nova Scotia, like he put a lot of effort, you know, adding real instruments, real elements to this record, and it's one of those things where it's like it's gonna sound good on a vinyl, and like we've never done that before, and it was like this is going to be exciting, and it's just another venture. Like for
Yeah.
us, like I think sometimes you can lose track, like trying to be a business professional in the artistry of it all, and I think this record is like we love the artwork that we've made, the art, and
That's great.
we want to share that with people and want to be there and present with people when we share it, as opposed to
But we took more time with it, which I don't think is a bad thing. It kind of is a good thing in a way. It's just most people rush it because music is so quick now. You know, you put out a song and it only lasts a little while. You have to put something else out. So instead of being in a rush, it was kind of nice in a way, I think. It was like a
we want people to be
double-edged thing.
sick of us between singles, you know.
Yeah.
I've heard this 100 times on the radio. I don't want to hear it anymore. But,
Do you
like,
know what
we
I'm really
mistake.
excited about, though? Jordan.
The reason by Who Mistake?
Oh my gosh, I love that
That
song.
song was so.
I love that
overplayed.
song, though.
It was a great
That's
song.
a deadly song.
Listening back to it now is wicked.
Can we
but I
cover
heard
that
it.
song?
Yes.
Okay.
And play it 50 or 60 times a day on the radio.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Let's do that. No, what I'm really excited what I'm really excited about is the collaboration we did.
Yes.
Oh,
with
yeah.
your song. I'm so excited.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
it
very
sounds
excited.
so good.
Yeah?
It's so funny. Like, so those little interviews we did, conversations,
Yeah.
it was just so nice getting to know each other. And then I kind of just like went, what songs would suit these different people that I have written? Anyway, and that song, I was like, I think these guys would do something so nice. And you did.
Thank you.
So it's very exciting. So yeah, oh dear God, though, I started trying to edit the video today.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'll just do it in an hour before I have to leave. And I was like, oh,
That's rendering time.
it's a very...
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I've really
What
got to start
program are
into
you
this.
using?
It's something Jake got. What's it called?
Okay.
Don't even know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had to really take some settling breaths through it.
Mm.
But the music sounds great.
That's good. And do you know what? That is really all that matters.
Yes.
Just put all the videos on top of each other. No one
Just
cares.
mute
They'll just
them.
listen.
Just
Yeah.
let's put some stills
fine.
up.
It's
I hope
fine.
there's a lot of like spiral transitions between everything.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, just
Oh,
do the old
well, yeah, I could.
yeah.
Like Windows Movie Maker style.
The pixelated into the next one. I love it.
I love it.
I mean, maybe that'll happen. This is
Yeah.
with some little titles coming across and like. Anyway, I'm gonna really crack on with that. But it's so beautiful what you did, and it's like it's a song that I wrote it a long time ago, and I hadn't played it really like before. I did it in this band called Glue Pot, which I was a part of.
Okay.
You know those kind of side projects that
Yep.
you do a couple of gigs and then you don't use the songs very much.
Yep.
For some reason that one kind of yeah. So for some reason that one came to me and I was like, oh, maybe I'll just give that a little revamp. Anyway, so I
It's
love it.
beautiful.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful song. I showed
Thanks.
my parents just like a rough mix, and I know like they're biased. Obviously, they're gonna be like, "Oh, it's it's beautiful. But like my dad was like, wow, that's really, really nice. It's a beautiful song. And he was like asking me all about you. I was like, yeah, it is really,
that's
really
nice.
I love it. I'm so
Great.
excited.
Well, I can't wait for you to come play at the Trailside, and I shall just play it with you.
Yeah, let's do a show.
Yay!
No, we will play it with you.
I'll do
because
my
it's
guitar
your
solo.
song.
Whichever
It's
way round
your song.
things. Yeah, but you know, if like you have a gig or whatever, I'll just like
I hear you.
whatever.
We
works
definitely should do that. Oh, that's so exciting.
We're making
That would be
plans.
fun.
I really hope that we all actually get to do a festival together,
I know.
like our group was talking about, because that would be amazing. Can you
It would be
imagine doing like
fun.
some of these collaborations
man.
live? It'd be so cool.
My heart is just internally freaking out because it's like, not only have we not toured or like played anywhere in a long time, it's like the fact that like, you know, collaborating with people, which is like just everything that we love to do. So it's just, that sounds...
Yeah. No,
Makes
it's so
my heart-
exciting.
And like
Actually,
I find,
yeah.
oh no, go ahead.
No, I wasn't going to say anything particular.
The only thing I was gonna say is that we're kind of new to festivals in a way, so we've only played a few, so we haven't really done a whole lot of collaborations on stage with people. So I
Yeah.
think that that's really exciting.
And
thing
something that
to
you
do.
actually know quite well, like having to record something makes you kind of know it. I've only ever done collaborations
definitely.
on stage where you're like, I don't really know this. So I mean, like, people are like, come up, and you're like, oh, okay. Or
Yeah.
We had to do
So,
that
yeah.
in Lunenburg.
Oh
They put us on
yeah.
the spot. They were like, this is like the best band in Canada.
I was gonna say it wasn't really on the spot because they do it every year, and they
Right.
get the bands to come up and play a song, and the
For
whole
us, it
backing
is.
band just plays along, and you're just kind of have like 5 seconds to explain the song to the backing band,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Yeah, cool." And you're like, okay,
God.
we'll see how it goes. It was amazing.
it was
I
so
was
cool.
like,
I
wow.
felt like a real band director for
Yeah.
the first time in my life. I was like, we're going to the chorus here, like, I'm like strumming the chord, like trying to show them like it's this.
And they're like rolling their eyes, so they're like, "Yeah, we know."
obviously it's
all
going
good."
to the 5. It's a 1-4-5 song. Come on. I'm like, I'm proud of myself. I
Hilarious.
know what the chords are. Like,
They're like just letting you pretend like you're.
yeah.
Yeah.
They let me
Aw.
feel like
Feel
a leader.
important.
Nice.
Yeah.
You feel like
That's
a
nice.
star.
Yeah,
That's
it's so
good.
great.
Sticking your leg up for the last time round.
Mm.
That's it.
Getting up on the drum set, jumping off last beat.
Oh,
Yeah.
I used to do that.
Waterfront. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Trying to do a little jump where both of your feet went out the other way. I actually only ever tried to do that in front of my mirror, like along to.
I used to do
The
pump
Beatles.
kicks, but it never looked as cool as it felt in my head.
What?
That's the
Pump
thing.
kick, like the jump pump, like the thing I did at Mallory's last year.
Oh no!
Yeah.
The thing you took like a. Oh no.
Yeah, there's a little video of that somewhere.
Oh,
It was pretty
jeez.
embarrassing. I used to
Oh.
think like I was getting like David Lee Roth height,
Oh,
and I was like, I'm not even like getting off the ground. Like I'm not even getting like, I'm not even like 5 centimeters off the ground. Like it's just like.
it
no,
was
okay.
really funny though. I laughed a
I
lot.
was so proud of myself. I was like, I can kick that
Oh,
light. Like,
God.
No.
Facebook
Anyway.
and YouTube has been the downfall of us all. Like the image that we thought we were portraying, then
Yeah.
you're like, oh, someone's filmed the gig. You're like, oh God, is that what I'm looking like?
But they were cheering. They were cheering. I swear. Just boom.
They loved it. They're actually laughing at you, Jordan. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. What kind of guitar do you have?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Thanks for asking the question I was gonna ask.
oh
Which
yeah.
is then were you gonna ask?
Yeah.
I have this is a Gibson. I don't know.
I was gonna
Four
say
something.
I wouldn't know either.
Right.
Gibson
Yeah,
is
it's a
good enough.
Gibson.
That's all I need to know.
And I have a tenor.
Oh, so this is a tenor guitar.
Yeah,
It's beautiful. It sounds great.
it is
Oh, I was
great.
gonna, we were gonna say too, if you could just move the mic maybe a little bit closer to
Oh, yeah.
your vocals were a little bit lower than the
Okay.
guitar.
Yeah.
The last song. It was still beautiful, but
Yeah.
Thanks.
So you want
So,
to
yeah,
do another song? You can do another song.
Yeah, I thought I might just try that one we
yay!
did, just because it's like my Newfoundland song now as well.
Okay.
Oh, thanks for all the comments, guys. It's so nice.
Everybody's so
See
sweet.
those?
We're gonna put you in solo mode again. We'll be
Okay.
back.
Okay.
Hi everyone. wrote quite a few years ago now. And I can't remember what the book was, but I was reading a book and it had a line in it, I want your eyes back from the mountain. And at the time, my boyfriend at the time was actually away in Canada. And so I kind of I took that line from the song and I was thinking about it a while and then came up with this. This song came out of it. So I'll take this off. Oh, sorry. Mic closer. Is that okay? We were a fortress, a fathom south from here. If you hold the compass and mark the year, and the seabirds they wake around us, and we wake as they rise, and mutiny surrounds us, and the distance lies. I want your eyes back from the mountain. I want your heart back from the hills. I want to ask and to receive you still. My nightly shipwreck casts its anchor, oh shit, wide, hits the seabed and ties me down and keeps the cold outside. I want your eyes back from the mountain. I want your heart back from the hills. I want to ask and to receive you still. An early warning screams across the sky, and I sicken in mourning. My certainty, and I want your eyes back from the mountain. I want your heart back from the hills. I want to ask and to receive you still. I want your eyes back from the mountain. I want your heart back from the hills. I want to ask and to receive you still.
Yay!
Sorry.
I love it. No, I love it.
Oh
Love
my
it.
god.
It's
This was
so.
harmonies the
I know.
whole
I was like
time.
just over here singing.
Oh, nice.
I love it.
That's so
Yeah, it's
It's
funny.
so
like,
pretty.
oh, thanks so much. In a way, it's kind of new to me because I wrote it on the fiddle
Oh, okay.
ages ago. So when I recorded it for you guys just a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
it was the first time I'd done it on the guitar, and I forgot that I should practice it more before doing it live. Anyway, Thanks.
my goodness, don't worry about it.
No, I think
Anyway,
it's awesome.
thank you.
Yeah, no, it's so good. It's like, it's sad, but it's beautiful. It's like, the best combination for me, because I love sad.
Oh,
Me too.
That's what we write.
That is
for the
what,
most
Yeah.
part.
yeah.
Yeah.
If we're left to our own devices, that's what we write. That's why we try to co-write a lot, because otherwise it's sad.
A friend of
I
mine
know.
messaged me today. He was like, "Get any sappy songs in the works?" It's like, I'm the guy to reach out to for that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's just, it's- oh my god.
Yeah, for
Nice. Actually, that one you started the other day. Do you remember we were like, oh, we should do a co-write,
Yeah.
and then I got swept up in it for a bit, and then had to go and do something else, and then, but I did take some. You sent me some lyrics, didn't you?
It did.
And
Yeah.
then I came up with a tune for it, but then was like, cringe. Can I send this back right now? And then forgot, and that's been weeks past. But we should get on that. That'd be
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
do it.
for
That's,
sure.
That's. I hope this global music match. Like that's the best thing I think is like. I don't think any of us are gonna be like, oh, after these 16 weeks, like we're never gonna talk to each other again. Like
Yeah,
that's,
yeah,
it's-
Yeah.
for sure.
I think that's the super exciting part
It's
about
like
it.
new friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
you,
And I
friend.
already feel like I can just like whinge to you guys, like whine
Yeah.
about stuff. Like
Yeah.
today I was like, oh god, the video editing is awful. Like and yeah, already I feel like you know my pain
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
lots of ways.
It's so
which
funny.
is
We
great.
we can all relate on this.
We
Yeah.
did an interview with the Telegram, and that was like the biggest thing. It was like, what about the global music match kind of like ties everybody together? And it was like this idea that like we know the pain of songwriting and touring and being on the road or being away from family or whatever the case may be, and it's like
We're all on like,
automatically
yeah,
we have those connecting factors, and or for you, social media, for example, like we're going through the same thing trying to edit these videos and stuff, and we're like, I've never done this before. Like,
yeah, yeah.
I am really testing my patience level. I realize, like, I do it for maybe, I think I recognize how bad I am because I do it for like 2 minutes and go, well, this makes no sense. There is no point to me. And like, my husband, Jake, is so patient and kind that it really irritates me. And I'm like,
Right.
anyway,
He's
and I
like, yeah, but
recognize-
if you just
You're
if
like-
you just do this
You're like
and
oh
what?
my
all
god.
the time. Like,
What do you
I'm
mean?
like, oh, like I'll help you. Like, get away from me. Like,
It
I know.
depends though, but I feel like we both no, because you can play that part too.
what?
You
Oh,
can
yeah.
play that part too.
That's true.
No, but yeah. No, when you get frustrated though, it's the worst when someone's just like, yeah, but if you just do this and you do this and it's not that big of a deal, and you're like, it is though.
Yeah.
It is a big deal in my brain right now, and I need you to stop telling me it's not.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm ready to
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do recognize how unreasonable I am now, though. Like, back in the day, maybe like, a year ago, after this very intense period of time together,
Right.
like, it's actually, I've learned a lot about myself and the things that I need to say to just come back around and be like, I'm really sorry that I was impatient there. Wasn't you. Just frustrated with my brain not working in the right way, or like the right way for this.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Talking
Yeah.
about songs always segues into therapy, doesn't it? A little bit. Do you find that?
It
Like,
is therapy.
Yeah. It is, yeah. It's the best form.
Ralph Murphy used to say, like, everybody who's a songwriter needs a therapist or something like that. And it was like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
or just everybody maybe needs a therapist.
Yeah, just
I think
everyone. I think that is the right answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you need a doctor and a therapist. I think that should be the thing. You need a family doctor and a family
Yeah.
therapist. I think
Yeah.
that should be
No, I totally
written,
agree.
Written in law, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'd all be much better if we talked about our feelings to somebody.
I write my feelings into songs and then sing them, and they're miserable.
It's
So
pretty
is that
cathartic,
okay?
though. Like, that's the catharticism that you're looking for, though, right? Like,
I mean, isn't that such a gift to be able to do? Like, and get those things
Yeah.
out, sing them to people, and then they go, "Oh, that meant something to me." Like, and you go, "Oh, great." It is kind of like therapy, isn't it?
there's nothing
Yeah.
like that.
No, there isn't.
Want to play our saddest song?
Oh, we can. Yeah.
Yes.
If you'd
Okay.
like.
This is the saddest song we've ever written.
Oh my God. Is that a challenge?
I don't, it's pretty sad.
I mean, sure. Nah, it is, yeah. I think, well, yeah, this was one of the songs off of our first EP, and yeah, you can go ahead if you want to tell.
Oh,
it. Just because it started from
Alright.
you.
I'll set us up. We'll do this.
Okay. We'll wait until that noise goes away.
Sorry, I'm so awkward here, like clicking all these buttons.
I'd say I hear the pipes and the walls. Just a moment.
Yeah, I don't know if hopefully it's not getting picked up. Maybe it is.
I don't know.
We always joke before this song,
I know.
and it's out of levity, I think. But back when I used to have a day job,
One of his many day jobs.
one of my many thousands of day jobs over the years, I was driving home from work and I came across a car accident where someone had flipped a car over a guardrail and the car ended up catching on fire and stuff, and it was pretty gruesome. And it just got me thinking about, if you were a first responder, if you were someone who had to deal with that every day, how you could get not desensitized to it, but like it's that thing that you have to get used to. And I think that's kind of a scary thought to think about, having to be used to that every day.
And I think the other side of it too, people will drive by those things and it will affect them for those few seconds.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll talk about it again just to tell somebody, but how not how much do you care? They care. I don't think it's that, but it's just how easily it's forgotten if it's not someone that is related to you or kind of that kind of thing.
So yeah, after I got home and we started writing this song, and it's called Misty Mountains. In the misty mountains, we watch the fire burn. We couldn't clear the body. People never learn. We found her driving westward, a bow tied in her hair. Do you know where she was going? Do you even care? Do you even care? The ashes fell around us like raindrops for the dead. Did she get where she was going? Was the last thing that was said. Do you even care? Lay her down in the ground. Could she stop and turn this all around? Leave this place, it all comes crashing down. It's not the first or last time we watch the fire burn. We couldn't clear the body. Will we ever learn?
goodness.
Whew, heavy. It's been a while since we
good.
played that one.
I guess that one was more of a
Yeah.
story-based song.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
it.
We still got the banners.
Oh, I got the band. I gotta get rid of those.
I have to stretch my legs. Getting all crazy.
There's so many little buttons and everything to like run this thing like in the background. So it's like ooh, clicking and being all geeky and I'm in my glee right now.
We need a tech.
But we need a tech.
Yeah, upgrade.
I'll be tech.
Episode number
Yep.
2, we're making millions off the show. We need a tech. Anybody up for that?
Oh, you two are so great. That's such a great
Oh.
song.
Oh, thank
and
Thank you so much.
the sounds that you make are so beautiful. You know, you were talking about the sounds, like the sonicness of your. So I don't know if I was thinking about that as I listened to your voices together. It's so nice. Anyway, gosh.
Hey.
So
yes,
funny. I
it's
think
good.
we were super lucky to find each other. I think we went to different high schools. We didn't know each other growing up and stuff.
We live in the same community,
Yeah,
but there's 2 different high schools, and we just have to
rival
go to
high
2
schools. Like
Oh
I
yeah.
actually hate
Oh
her.
yeah.
Like I was born
Nuh-uh.
with an absolute hatred for her and her high school. So
Oh God, it's like Romeo and Juliet of song.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I think duos are such a special thing. Like, sorry, not to make you feel completely awkward, actually. But no, I think it's
special.
great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, you are both special. Anyway, yeah, it's great.
It's definitely
So-
difficult to find. Like I know, like I've been in bands and stuff before, and it's very difficult to find. I don't know. Sometimes like being in a band, you can find like the common ground between everybody. Kind of keeps it together for as long as it keeps it together. But I find like the relationship like that me and Kirsten have is like, yeah, it's grown over the years. It's had to go through ebbs and flows, and I think as a result of it all, it's like, you know, we know that we're in this for life. I think, you know, she might.
You'll
change
have to
her
ask
mind.
me tomorrow. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well,
I'm
that
not
could have been an
sure.
awkward moment.
Yeah, she's like, actually, I'm done. we joke about that. all
No,
the
we're
time.
canceling the show. It's
Yeah.
only episode 2.
This actually is episode 2, and it's our final episode. So
Right.
thank
No.
you.
No, but yeah, it's nice that people think that our voices blend nicely, and it's cool that
Yeah.
I mean, we just met in a choir, and everyone was like, "Oh, your voices sound great together," and
Oh,
yeah, I mean
so
we've
good.
we've got like the sibling harmony comment sometimes, and I think like that's probably the best
Yeah.
compliment ever. It's
Yeah.
like
I think that there was a moment in that
That's
song
awesome.
where you kind of traded places. And I couldn't tell who was who, even though your voice. It's weird that, isn't
Yeah.
it? Tones of voices, like they're so
Yes.
different, but there's something that crosses over and like. Anyway, so it was great.
We've had what song? I can't remember what song it is, but we've like had to listen back.
the Christmas one,
Lonely Christmas Eve.
no.
No.
The cover that we did.
Of course, it's Lonely Christmas Eve.
What are you doing? What are you doing New
Oh
Year's?
yeah, what are you doing New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
one part in that song where it's like you'd receive is like this big harmony part that we do, and like every year pops up in our newsfeed, and we like have the challenge of like who really fucking sang that part, like
Right. Yeah.
what, like who was up
I
here?
think it's interesting because Jordan's tone is so bright that like I've had to tell people, I'm like, technically I'm singing a higher note than him, but you don't think I am because his tone is so bright
Yeah.
and mine is like deeper. So it's
You
very,
have a
it's very
great
strange.
deep, like when Jake was mixing the track, he was like, "This girl has a great voice. Listen to this tone." Like, yeah. So anyway,
Thank you.
How
just
many
yeah.
takes did we
beat
do?
you both.
Oh, so many, so many. But see, it was a challenge for me, but not in a bad, like it's good because I'm so used to just singing a third for the most part when I do harmonies with Jordan, that it was,
So,
yeah, like Moksha took that and I was like,
damn it!
oh no, like what am I gonna do? I don't know what I'm gonna do because I'm so terrible at theory, so I just had to kind of try to work
But
it out of my
yeah.
brain, but it
As
was,
soon as your part
it
is
takes.
taken away, like when you're singing just a harmony with one other person, you do the harmony you do. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's stressful. I've been in like a 3-part, and it's the battle for like that is my note. Like
right.
trying to get through a
off
song
my
and being
note.
like, would you just get on the other side of Emily? Or like whatever it is. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's gonna
I'm,
be the worst.
yeah.
Like,
Anyway.
But I think it's good. Like
Yeah.
I left going, wow, I really loved that harmony, which was not something that I would have chose, and it just kind of like taught me. I don't know. Like I just felt good when I left, even though it took so long to do all those takes.
Well, it is difficult. And actually, you came up with such great, like, I was like, oh, I didn't even realize that was the chord, but it was beautiful. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Maybe it
It
wasn't.
probably wasn't.
No, I think it was. I think because, like, the tenor, I don't,
Yeah.
it's quite atmospheric, or there's nothing particularly definite. Do you know what I mean? Because only a few notes I'm actually playing. So
Yeah.
there is a little bit of leeway, and actually you took it into really nice places. So, yeah.
Thanks.
We love it, and I will stop going on about it now, and hopefully
really
it'll be
excited
done
for
by the
people
end
to
of
hear
the
it.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Everybody watching, stay tuned because there's lots of really cool collaborations on the go, and this one
Yeah.
this one so far is fun. I played my first guitar solo
Yes.
ever.
I love your solo, Jordan.
You can throw it out if you want, but I had a lot of
no,
had a lot of
I
fun
love
making
it.
So.
Jerome was like, I'm gonna do a solo. I was like, oh,
I've
okay,
never, I was
sure,
like, I could
great,
copy what
go
Kirsten
for
did,
it.
but I
Da
think
da 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 da. I love it.
that's my lick. Like that's,
Yeah.
I take that to everything. You know, I was like,
no,
It's great.
It did. It was pretty at that.
I never play electric either, so it's like, it was kind of fun.
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah, I think that to me is like one of the coolest things about this is like, you know, there's everybody in this big GMM thing, they sing, so it's like, you know, it's kind of cool to step outside of your comfort zones and kind of like, you know, Kirsten doing a different harmony or picking up the electric guitar or doing pads on a keyboard or just, you know, adding some kind of atmospheric kind of vibe to something.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
think
cool.
it's pretty special. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
nothing like it. Yeah, I'm very excited.
Great. I think now we've got over the initial, like, oh God, lots of social media and lots of, like, technical stuff. I think, I guess about a week and a half ago, we were like, oh, and what's the important thing is, like, collaborations. And we'll try and get into that. And that's exciting. Because then it'll...
Like the Raven
That's
Roost.
the thing.
Yeah.
The Raven Roost is a great idea. I love this.
I'm
So many things started because of
That's
GMM.
true.
Yeah.
It is true.
Is it like the Raven Roast? That's what I was thinking. So is it going to be like...
Oh,
Because I was like, oh, is it going to be like...
can't go killing ravens, man.
Well, like the roast of us, like
You know, like...
Oh.
Or just grilling me, or...
No, that's such a good idea. We should have a spin-off show where everyone just comes on
my
and
God.
roasts.
Can you imagine
love
right
it.
now if I changed the background so there was like a little tick on the O, the second O, so it was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
just like an anarchic like A
Yeah.
of roast and just like we're start
Okay,
grilling you.
that's it.
That's it.
This show is over. We are starting the Raven roast from now on.
I kind of thought that it was like a little spin-off of that. I was like, is this... Anyway, maybe once a
I
year
love
we
it.
can roast
I
you.
love it. So much fun.
Yes. As long as we can get Martha Stewart on here for the roast,
Snoop
then
Dogg.
and Snoop Dogg, they're the best.
Oh
They
my
have to
God,
be on it.
though. Do you know, that's
Right?
actually a great idea. Raven Roast will be like, great, we're going to hear some stuff. And you actually cook us a roast all together. And we just, you go, hey,
Okay.
here's my recipe for Brussels sprouts. Or,
I think that's a great idea.
I don't
'cause
know.
both of us are terrible cooks.
Yeah.
So it'll just be
Well, that would be
eggs.
hilarious.
And then
It'll be
everyone
eggs.
can roast us while we roast.
look at how she's doing those. Yeah. She's going to burn those carrots. Okay.
It's so great.
Okay.
Have you got
What should
another
I-
one for us?
I think I do.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see what tuning I'm in. Maybe I'll play you this one. This is a
Jordan, did you think her vocals were loud enough that time?
Yes. I think the
Yeah?
guitar the guitar can come down just a little bit maybe.
Shall I turn it down?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just a
if
little
you
bit.
can.
I'm gonna turn it to number 8.
Let me
Okay.
see. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that'll
Yeah.
be, that'll
Yeah.
be great.
Yeah.
It sounds
Okay,
great. It's
cool.
just,
It did. It really did sound great.
I'm just finessing.
No,
That's me.
perfect.
Okay, we're gonna
Cool.
leave you to your solo.
Okay.
All right.
Here we
Nice.
go.
Okay, so I wrote this last year, thinking about thinking about my husband's cousin, Robin, who was setting up home in a cabin for the winter. And her main priority was that she had enough wood for the fire. And I guess I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about quarantine and being isolated and not seeing the people that you usually see. So this is what I wrote. So I wrote a cabin for winter. Life slows to a tick-tock, tick-tock, tick. I turn all the leaves with my winter boots. Do I know what it is to live like this? Shut off from the things I used to know. I know how to lessen the impact of snow, and I will listen to your reasoning. Life shows up in complicated ways, lights up in the darkening. Do I know what it means to be okay, or should I hold on as the pendulum swings? I don't remember summer now that it's done, but sometimes I can still feel the sun. And I know how obsession grows, and I know how to lessen the impact of snow. I will travel with my silence, I won't let it lie. The quiet night past the window anchors me. The fire burns from the inside, outside, in, always competing for my company. And this is how you leave me here in this room, in the glowing embers of a dark afternoon. And I know how to lessen the impact of snow, build up the wood pile and cover it all.
Yay!
Yay! Hello.
Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, your voice is so
Thanks.
soothing.
I joined a prompt writing group, like
Mm.
half,
Right.
I don't know, in September or something, with a great woman called Jennifer from LA. And it was terrifying because I've never really written, except for writing songs and getting them ready before I go out and play them, probably.
Right.
So my friend joined this group and she just got me into it. So you turn up and then they send you a poem. Everyone gets a different poem and you'll kind of read it through a few times and then just try and write as automatically as possible
Right.
for 20 minutes. And then you come back, read what you wrote. And then everyone mainly says nice things about it. But it was quite a scary thing and a bit of a... But it was great to just test myself. Anyway, so I've been doing that a few times, and that song came out of a little prompt that I'd done where... Anyway, so that's the story of that.
That's really cool,
Yeah.
but terrifying. That would be
I know.
I love how you said Did you say mostly nice? I love it. So just one person was like, "Yeah, no, I'm not feeling it." Actually,
It's like the judge on like the talk show that has to be a dick. Like, you know, it's just like, yeah, okay. Yeah, mediocre at best. You're like, okay.
I wouldn't have written it that way, but it's fine. It's fine.
Interesting. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
No,
so
that's cool.
That's
Cool because it just forces you to get your ideas out, I guess, which is probably the point.
I've actually
It's
loved
kinda cool.
doing it and loved just kind of, I've loved the communities that I've met through Zoom, like, and
It's
through
pretty
this
cool.
year. It is kind of, that has been a good thing for me that's come out of this year. You know, like,
It's interesting because like it all existed before, like, you know, for the most part,
I know.
like the technology's improved over time, but like it existed before, but like not the necessity of it, but like the accessibility of it, like, and the people who wouldn't normally ever go to that realm picked up, you know, a webcam and are doing stuff like that, you know, like it's
I think
pretty
it's
awesome.
nice though for the people who might not really have time or like the way to go to those things, whereas like it's in the comfort of your home.
yeah.
And
Yeah, exactly.
You can kind of fit it into your schedule that way, maybe better. Like some people, I feel like it would work a lot better for people. I think there's definitely like good and bad from this whole thing that we've all been going through, but
No, definitely. Everyone's come out. Yeah, anyway. But that's been a good thing for me. So it's, yeah. Yeah, I think I suggested early on that we do something like that because it's kind of like, you know, like, I was thinking about it. It's kind of like getting drunk with each other, but like hearing subconscious thoughts. Like, and so that was the kind of thing, the people who I've been doing that with, I feel like I'm really close with because even though I've actually never met them in real life, you kind of share these things and you go, oh God, how's that going in your life? Like you're sharing things that you don't usually. And then I started one for the UK because I was like, anyway, it was a way to like hang out with people every week, but not be like, what's been going on? Like nothing. So you sort of write and other things come out. Anyway, so I was thinking, that's why I would suggest it for us because I was like, it's actually quite a good way of getting to know each other quite rapidly.
I'd love to do that.
I think that's so
I think
cool.
we should.
I think I would suck at it, but I would.
The thing
But I
is,
would try.
every week I
that
think,
one person would ruin my life.
no.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
I don't handle criticism well at all.
I wouldn't have done it that way.
Crippling.
Okay, well, all right.
no, actually, no one
I'm not gonna do it.
criticizes.
I'm just joking.
I just didn't want to put. Yeah, it's it's good.
I'm
So it was like a
kidding.
silent one. You're like, oh.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah.
no, it's great.
The one person who's like,
On to the next. No, absolutely not. It's like a beautiful, beautiful thing.
oh,
Anyway,
so
yeah, but that came out of that, and it was kind of good. So
That's so cool.
I
That is
always
awesome.
look for, because like I mean, you know, the Newfoundland songwriting, there's a lot of songwriters, but again, it was one of those things where it's like we couldn't always get together. Like, you know, we made some efforts over the last couple of years to do songwriting camps and like meet up with friends and stuff. But like to me, I you know, Zoom writing isn't always the same. But like having that prompt and that not it's I say the word forced creativity, but it's not forced creativity, but it kind of is. I think there's something about that because like I know if I go a couple of weeks without like jamming or writing stuff, like it takes me like a month to get back into that same kind of headspace, and I would prefer to be in that headspace most of the time because it's where I find a lot of comfort and joy. Oh wow, I just quoted a Christmas song, but comfort and joy.
No, we just left winter behind, Jordan. Leave it be.
But anyway, okay.
imagine
Okay.
comfort and joy.
Oh.
Comfort and... Anyway, it could have segued into a beautiful musical at that point.
Yeah, just three-part harmony.
We've had like a couple people tell us now, you know, it's time to start trying to write Christmas music, and you're just kind of like, like flip everything over.
July,
No,
yeah.
I don't want
July
to do
is
it.
like Christmas time because you got to record it and release it by December and stuff like that. So
I'm kidding. I think I would be fine with it. That'd be fun.
It's kind of weird because you're like you're putting up the Christmas tree to get in the spirit of it all, and
No.
no,
No.
I would.
No.
Or like have like Christmas as like the background on the computer or something.
Oh, Jesus.
I love Christmas. Anyways,
Can't do it.
yeah.
I don't know where we're going right now. We are all over
Our
the
next
place.
song is a Christmas song.
Oh, right. We'll play you a... No. Our original Christmas song, yeah.
Yeah, Lonely Christmas Eve.
But no, we did this writing thing over... Oh, that was last summer.
Yeah, in the west coast of Newfoundland.
Yeah. And there was like...
Four of us.
5 of us.
Yeah.
We are 2 people.
I sometimes actually forget that. Like I actually do
There was-
forget that. I'm like, Quote the Raven is an entity and therefore it's only one.
True,
So-
one artist. No,
Yeah.
but yeah, there was 5 of us, and we just wrote like all weekend. It was really, really cool. And, yeah, it was really fun. I feel like those things, it's like
Oh yeah.
a good way to hang out, and like you say, like not just be like, oh, what'd you do this week, and
I know.
it
Yeah.
kind of
That's
gives you
quite
a
special,
focus
isn't
or something.
In
yeah.
the nighttime, you like throw grapes at each other
Right.
and do
Play
Eye of the
darts
Tiger cover.
and yeah, and get bitten by a bunch
Oh,
of flies.
yeah.
It's great. It's
The
great.
flies
Ugh.
were so scary.
Anyway,
That social interaction, I think, you know, like having those creative outlets and places that you can go to, like you say, like not be criticized for having a different idea, and then also like having something that sparks new ideas. I think, you know, sometimes left to my own devices, I'm like, I need an idea, and then that is the worst place to be.
yeah,
You know, that's
Yeah.
when the writer's block just goes, you can't do anything. Like you can't
That's when
even
you need to
cook
ask
supper.
Lucy for a prompt, and she will give you one, and then
Come
you
to me,
will write
Jordan.
a song.
Okay, all right. I was
Yeah.
gonna say let's play a game, but we'll do that next
Let's
time. We tried that.
Cool.
Didn't we try that on our
Oh
conversation?
yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
the word one.
Yeah.
We were so
I'm terrible
confused.
explaining things.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. It's like 3, 2, 1. You both say a word,
right.
and then you have to find the commonality between those 2 words, and then you do 3, 2, 1 again, and then hopefully you meet in the middle at one point. But I really love that concept, and I think it's a lot of fun, and I think it's better once you know the person for longer. But I say that, but me and Kirsten are probably terrible at it
Because I'm not very bright. I would just sit here and be like, nah, I
our
don't
brains
know.
are just
I don't know
2
anything.
different directions.
This is the other thing I've discovered from this year and from those prompts is that that everyone's brain is different and they
Yeah.
all work differently. And I always just thought, I just don't get this. Like, what is it that I'm missing? Or anyway, we could go on talking about this, but to just value everyone's different brain direction and like
Yeah.
to kind of be in it and go, you know, I've actually found that really useful because anyway, yeah,
No,
it's not
you're-
that we're dumb, like as you just like, but
We're
it's
different.
just that our brains don't go in the same way. And I have like for a
Yeah.
lot of my life gone, I'm completely missing what's happening. And but yeah, anyway,
No, I
could
think you're
go on about
so
this,
right,
but
because
yeah.
it's like when people explain their songs and then other people don't explain them because they're just like, oh, everyone's gonna take something different from it, you know, because it's whatever they, kind of
Yeah.
think the song is about. I think it would be really cool. I find people's brains very interesting, and again, I'm just gonna keep elaborating on this. We could go on forever, but I really do honestly find it fascinating. So that would be a really cool thing to like give everyone a prompt and just see how
that's it.
out of
Yeah.
sync
And it's so
everybody
interesting.
is. It's kind of cool.
Sometimes I give everyone the same prompt and we all just go, oh God, wasn't that like where we all went? Like all of our experiences have led, you know, it's
Murder ballad,
Anyway,
murder ballad,
I
murder
will-
ballad.
Yeah. I'll invite you next time. You can come along.
I
That would be
absolutely
cool.
love that. That
Cool.
would be a lot of fun.
Great.
Are we gonna
And
play
anyone
another
else
song?
who's watching.
We can.
Are we gonna
Yeah.
play another one?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
What song?
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
This was a song that I think I like to say got us started touring and traveling a lot more.
Yeah, for sure.
Wrote this with Chris Kirby.
Is it our most listened to song?
Second now.
Is Golden Hour past
Yeah,
it?
Golden Hour
Really?
past it. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
So I used to make a joke that we got like over 200,000 streams on this song, and I used to make the joke that it was like the only thing I ever thought I'd have 200,000 of was like Pokemon or like pieces of gold in a video game. So it was pretty exciting. It was pretty exciting. I'm such a nerd.
You
All
are
right,
a little bit of a
That's
nerd.
cool.
It's okay. It's fine.
let's solo out. Okay, I'm gonna turn on the reverb this time. What do you think?
It's up to you.
Completely forget every time. Yeah, this song is called Laser Beam. I think it's kind of got a bunch of different meanings.
We haven't played it in, besides like earlier
Today.
once. We haven't played it in
Over a year.
at least that long.
Yeah. So
should
it's
be
fun.
interesting.
That's the fun part about this.
I know.
It's like riding a bike, but I think like when I get back on a bike after a long time, it's not
It's
fully
not fun.
It's not fully
No.
there.
No.
So we might crash and burn.
I
a
would
couple
definitely
times,
crash if I tried to ride a bike. Nah. But then I could barely ride a bike ever. So.
If I was the only guy, the very last man alive, just me and the end of time, will I even cross your mind?
And I'm waiting patiently for you to finally see the paradise that can be. If only you'd notice me. Tired of wondering. Come on and be my laser beam. Give it straight to me. If you feel it like I feel it, and be my laser beam. Well, nobody's in the way, but I'm afraid to say I would come clean today if I thought that you could feel the same. Tired of wondering. Come on, be my laser beam. Give it straight to me. If you feel it like I feel it, and be my laser beam. Tired of wondering, so tired of wondering. Come on, be my laser beam. Give it straight to me. If you feel it like I feel it. Ooh, come on and be my laser beam. Give it straight to me. If you feel it Thank you.
Oh, so
It's been
nice.
so long.
It has been so long. I sang that a little bit better than earlier, which is good. I was like, oh my goodness, I feel like I forget how to sing. It's so strange. We don't actually practice a lot, which is probably terrible to admit, like ever. So, and I think I've gotten used to the fact that they seem to still all sound the same when we play them again. I'm just kind of like, yeah, it sounds like we've played it the other day. In my head, maybe I'm delusional and it actually
a
sounds
little
like
bit,
garbage. I have no idea.
No, not
But-
that it sounds bad, but it's like in my head I'm like, we need to practice. But that's
Nah.
just me.
But
Oh.
yeah, with that song earlier, I was like, nah. I feel like I haven't sang before in my life. When we tried to practice that earlier, I was like, this doesn't sound right.
It's so weird because like I think we got to a point where we were performing and playing so much, and like, you know, when we write a song, we would actually like we would practice it so much in the writing process that it would kind of like be second nature, and then we'd start playing it on the road, and we
It's basically like practice.
yeah.
It's not practice playing, but you don't have to practice after you just played a full show, and then
Yeah.
2 days later you're gonna play that full show again. It's kind of like,
Oh, totally.
you know,
That muscle
No,
memory
yeah.
is gone though. Like it's
a little, yeah.
it's well, it's not gone, but to me, it's like I have to like think about a lot of the songs, like
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
more
It's
than-
been extreme. Yeah.
yeah. It's not like 2 or 3 months off. You know, it's like years. Like it's going on 2 years of,
Yeah.
of not playing every night. You know, so like
Mm-hmm.
that to me is like, oh man, like
Yeah.
yeah, the chops are there, but it's like
They're not
they're raw pork chops. They're not cooked
They're
chops.
rocky. They're a bit
They're
rocky.
rocky. We dropped them on the ground and we had to pick them up and barbecue them anyways.
We had to make a roast. Okay.
No, I find the thing about, I had a gig the other day online.
Yeah.
It's, for me, it's how to finish songs off. Because when you're just playing them, I just don't think about it. And then like for a gig, you're like, oh, especially a silent gig. Like, oh,
Yeah.
how do I finish this?
The
And
lingering chord.
that's my little issue that I should record. Yeah.
Yeah, just that.
Maybe do a leap into the air. Maybe that's what I should be doing.
the high
little
kick. Yeah.
Trampoline behind me.
Just jump off the seat for a second and come back down. It's all good.
I think the best and worst thing is that there's no expectations.
What do you mean?
You know, like when you're doing these live gigs, like
Oh,
there
yeah.
really is no expectations because
Well, people are definitely more forgiving.
yeah.
But I totally agree. Like when you don't have applause or like some sort of interaction happening, it's kind of like, okay, thanks. And you're
Yeah.
just kind of, it's very awkward. It can be very
We
strange.
we rely often on like bullying each other when we're performing.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like in front of people because it's
Half the
fun.
audience thinks it's funny and the other half are like, that's really, like after they're like, are you okay? I'm like,
You guys
yeah, I'm
alright?"
great. I'm
Like-
fine. Like this is like, pretend we are actually related. It works better that way. If we
Yeah.
were siblings, you'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
But online, it's like bullying. Like people are like, man, that's
Nah, it's not that
it's not that bad.
It's
But in my mind, I'm like, this feels brutal because like no one's having a laugh at it because I'm like making a joke. or
dead
something.
silence and you're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
right.
I guess we're breaking up after
yeah,
this.
that's
We don't
right.
know. We don't know if the joke landed at all because there's nobody to interact with. You
Oh,
just
God,
hope for the
it's funny.
best. Mm.
Yeah. No, especially when you're playing, me and Johnny were a bit like that. Like, because the songs are all so miserable as well, you kind of try and be like funny in between, and it does get to that point. Like, when you're touring together, it does become like your siblings.
Mm-hmm.
You just like rip each other to shreds on stage, or whatever, and then be like,
Yep.
"Is everything okay?" Like just what you said is like exactly the same as me and Johnny, because I would just be blah at him, and he'd be like, "We had this." It kind of like a little show as well.
Right.
Yeah.
It
Right.
kind of develops, doesn't it? You're like, oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Where
And
is
we
this?
kind of, I think we do the same. It's kind of like the pick me up in between the sad songs is just like
Yeah.
us being ridiculous.
And
for a
self-deprecating.
couple-
Completely.
Yeah, oh,
Completely
terribly.
self-deprecating.
Yeah, terribly.
And it depends on where you're too. Like I know like when we played in Alberta, like that wasn't as like acceptable.
No?
Like people
don't
were kind
remember.
of saying like, "Are you guys like you guys shouldn't really be? You guys are great. Like why are you shitting on yourselves?" And we were like, "No, like
No, no.
that's the shtick. Like that's the whole shtick.
Right,
Like,
right.
you know, we're trying our best at this, but
we're
like
really great. We're really thankful that you like it, but we're really not as good as like, you know. No.
But people were like,
Oh,
no,
it's
you gotta be more confident. I'm like, well, I mean, you know, it's not that we're not confident. It's just the show is.
Yeah, we're just having a laugh.
Yeah, we're just having a laugh, and it's kind of an act, like it, you know, and especially do it night in, night out. It's like a lot of the jokes, they're not quoted the same, but like, you know, there's a setup and there's a catch and release kind of thing. So, yeah, I always found that really interesting because like people.
Yeah,
They take it to heart sometimes.
They didn't always like it.
Yeah, and they're like, oh man, like you guys really don't like each other. It's like, no.
I like it when
that's,
people.
That's true. But.
I like it when people are themselves on stage and don't do too much of a thing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I quite like seeing what people are like and what people's relationship is like.
Right.
Like I saw Maureen Trainer and Jill Chandler the other day. They played it,
Mm-hmm.
and I love that they're chatting between, like just being.
Super
I don't know,
chill.
Yeah, just like talking about their lives, like their kids and their false eyelashes and their like, you know, all of this
So
stuff. And actually, it's like funny and
Endearing, and it's
Yeah.
it's yeah.
it's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think because some people really like slick it, then it's
Right.
if people are used to something, I don't know, you know what I mean?
It's
Yeah,
fun. I
totally. You
think
can
we-
definitely. I think you can see through it a bit
Yeah.
if it seems too.
You do
Laid
keep it real,
out.
Maureen.
Yes.
You keep it
I mean, I like to
Yes.
talk about stuff like that on stage as well. Be like,
It's interesting. Like I feel like, you know, like the setups for the songs sometimes with us are like similar or like, you know, or we'll base it. I think we've become really keen on being like observing our surroundings and like if something can segue into a song that makes sense, but then like kind of connect with the story that we would normally kind of tell about the song. Like we often do that, and it's cool. Like how.
But we'll say the most random stuff.
That's true.
Like Jordan will just shit on me from something that I did earlier that day that like wasn't very smart, and I'm like super embarrassed, but it's also hilarious. So
you've
it's
got to try and catch it and go, where are we going with this now? Like,
yeah,
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 I love
Yeah.
that vibe. Like
yeah.
that.
When you're comfortable with an audience, it's pretty great. Sometimes
Yeah.
sometimes it's not great, but
yeah.
I think everybody has to deal with that. For sure.
yeah.
Have you ever got the giggles on stage?
Oh, yes.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of a specific example.
I'm trying to too, but I giggle a lot. I don't even
there was
know
one,
if it's
I won't
just
say the place, but there was like one. Like it wasn't. I was kind of pissed off, but then I laughed at it.
okay.
Do you remember?
What province?
I can't tell you what province it was. The crowd was louder than us.
Oh, yeah.
And at that point, I was like, why are you here? You know, like
Which is terrible because
not
it's
to be
like
rude or anything, but like
no. Well, okay. Well, the setup of the whole thing was an actual like ticketed event. I think I know what you're talking about now.
Yes.
And it was like a whole dinner type
Yeah.
thing, and you could tell that everybody wanted to pay attention except for just this one little group. And so that was like, it's just, you almost feel frustrated for other people because it's like, whatever, if you don't want to pay attention to us, that's fine. Like,
we're
eat your food and, you know, that's okay. It's totally fine. But for everyone else, it was a little bit frustrating because I could tell that everyone else wanted to pay attention. So
I just
felt
in my head, I
weird.
just started laughing at him, like, you know, I'm like, this is comical at this point. It's like,
When
it's-
people don't
it's almost
know what's going on in the rest of the room.
you know that like typical comedy like sitcom joke where like someone starts talking and then someone else starts talking over them. Like that's what it felt like. It felt like, you know, there's complete silence in the room for a second and you're like, thank you guys so much. And you're like,
Oh God, that's awful. This is not a giggling story. That's like,
No.
In
I mean,
my head.
I've had.
I think we did laugh
I
quite a bit.
laughed in my head.
Do you know, I was talking to my brother the other day about a time we had a gig. Me and my brother used to play together, and we had a gig in oh my God, it was like a scout hut in Leigh-on-Sea. It's like on a boiling day. We went in a tiny little. It was like a festival. We were in a tiny little scout hut that was sweltering, like, and all around us was the England-Germany football final of the Euro Cup, and it was one of the most surreal gigs because we could just hear screaming and like
Oh my God.
so many people. I think there must have been about like 5 pubs in the very near vicinity, like all around.
Yeah.
We were in this tiny wooden hut, like sweating, and trying to sing some folk songs to like 3
no.
people, while everyone else was. Anyway,
Paying attention. Oh,
Just the
Just
no.
as a
circumstances
kind
of
of-
it. Yeah.
oh yeah, I mean not giggling particularly, but just being like, "Wow, are we really
This is
doing
weird.
this?"
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we did a restaurant
Sometimes
gig
you-
like that. Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Anyway,
Oh, that
yeah.
sucks though, but very funny.
But I've had actual giggling gigs with. So I've mentioned them before, like Emily and Rachel. I used to trio with them. We got to the point where we could not look at each other through a gig because one of us
no.
would crack up. Like, and we were singing mainly sort of sad, like poignant
Oh,
songs.
right. Yeah.
And yeah, we got to a point we just someone like it's happened a few times where we completely corpse. Everyone laughs so much we can't get back.
Do you know,
And we're
have you heard
trying.
corpsing?
No.
Have you heard of that? That's like my favorite. Like that's a wrestling thing too. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
No,
corpsing when you
that's
like
okay.
I've never heard of
when
it.
you like break character.
Oh.
Like it's that of like.
Is that what it means?
Well, yeah, like it's kind of like you're supposed to be serious, singing a sad
Right.
folk song, and
Yeah.
then you're like dying laughing and like corpsing. Yeah, I love it.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to use that word too.
Yeah.
I feel like Lucy, you're teaching us a bunch of words. What's the other one? Fa? Do you say that? Faff, is it?
Faff.
Faff. Oh yeah.
Do you say that?
I
Yeah,
say
and
faff.
Joseph says it, and we asked him on the live last
Oh,
time because
right.
I was like, "You both say this word, and I think I'm getting the context, but could you explain it?"
There's actually a
Okay.
lot of Australian English words that are
Right.
more similar than English and Canadian. I've been
Yes.
finding here.
There's a
Whinging.
TikTok about that.
Oh
What,
really?
What?
Because I keep saying whinging about my 2-year-old, and everyone's
Right.
like, "What are you saying?" Like, it's whining, but it's
Oh,
whinging.
okay.
Like
Okay.
anyway,
Because we would
It's
say,
funny.
is Sookie a thing that people use?
Being a sook.
Do people
No.
use that? Yeah, so we would say Sookie here.
So Newfoundland's got its own spoonerisms and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah.
spoonerism. That's the word I've been
Is it?
searching for.
I'm actually not sure about that.
I've
because
never heard that word
spoonerism
either.
might
Is
be-
English my language? I'm confused.
It's spoonerism to say a word that sounds like the thing you're saying. Like, oh no, spoonerism's the thing where it turns around the.
You're flipping
first
around
letters.
the consonants. Yeah. Like.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
yeah.
I've never heard of it. Why does my phone keep going off?
Turn it off.
Is it? Do you know what I am over? I have a baby sister
I need to
upstairs
know the
that.
time.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I should probably go because I told her 8:30.
Well,
Oh, no.
thank you so much.
Do you say
for...
Sookie?
Sookie.
Sookie.
Yeah,
Is
you're
that
being
for
a sook
whinging?
or Sookie.
Are you being
Yeah.
sook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If you're whining or. Yeah.
Okay.
Upset
I'll start
about
saying
something.
that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. We're gonna take whinging and.
Yeah, we'll just switch.
And I'll say Sookie. And
Okay.
to spoonerize that, it'll be swinging and Wookie.
Stop being so Wookie.
Just yes, it's a Wookie. Stop saying so swinging. Cool.
I love
All
it.
right. Oh, it was so
it's been
nice to hang
awesome.
out.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for being on episode 2 of
In
Live
the
in the
Raven
Raven
Roost.
Roost.
I'm honored.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
it's been a blast.
Everyone who's watching, please stay in.
I'll put the banners up right quick.
Okay.
So
Do
you
it, do
can
it, do
go
it.
check out Lucy's music
Mm-hmm.
everywhere. Her social handles are there on the bottom by her thing as well.
You
Please
guys are
go
so
check her
pro.
out. And we are trying our
So
We
best.
are not, but we try our
This is
best.
great.
But
And
it's-
yeah, for Global Music Match, there's so much stuff coming up, especially this collaboration that's coming up with Lucy and a bunch of other people on our team. So I'm really excited for that because it's beautiful. So yeah, if everyone just
Keep tuned in.
keeps tuning
Tell
in.
your friends.
Mm-hmm.
This is how it all works.
Yeah.
It's a
Yes.
social network, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna play a little video of you out. Again, everybody go check out Lucy's music. Here she is doing a little snippet of a song. Bye guys.
Bye.
Distance waiting for me to be easy. Love, it seems.